Hello. So we have a pick a pal today, and welcome. My name is Arlie, and this is Arlie Tarot. And I haven't filmed a video in a while. I think literally a month. Um, for some reason, it was just how things happen, but just busy and really tired. But I'm back, and the first reading that I want to do is a very woo-woo one because why not? That's what I'm feeling like. And yeah, it's about who are your spirit guides. And I'm pretty sure I've done two of these already, or maybe one of them, and then the other one was how they communicate with you. I'll put them in the description just in case this is your vibe and you want to check something else out or it calls your attention. I wouldn't be mentioning it unless for someone, I guess. Or you could have watched some of those videos and now you're here like, oh, okay, this is cool. But yeah, so we're going to see who your spirit guides are. I'm asking about who they are, a little bit about like how they communicate. Then we're going to get advice from them at this time. And we're also going to get a number that usually, you will be seeing in your reality, will be repeating for you as well to confirm this reading. Yeah, it's kind of like these collectives, they want to give you a lot of like confirmation, and because of the variety of there's a lot of there's a lot of energy here. I was literally a little bit nervous before I actually started hit record for some reason, and that usually never happens. I had to tap in with myself like, what am I nervous about? Because if you think about it, I'm just literally here talking to the phone and filming. But when I tell you the pressure is on, oof, I don't know, there's some kind of, it's not pressure, there's intensity. All right. So yeah, this feels pretty cool for me. I feel like this is a very guided reading. Pun intended, because it is about your spirit guides. But yeah, so we have 3 piles. Pile number 1, you have a little snail, a little cute guy. He's a fluoride little dude. I'm so sorry if you literally cannot see him, but maybe like this. Yeah, the lighting is weird. I don't know, it's just what I feel like. I don't want to turn on big lights, so I just have one spotlight on this. Go with it, guys, go with it. It's a vibe. The second pile is a little, and bear with me because I don't know how to say this word right, larvakite heart, and that is spelled L-A-R-V as in Victor, I, and then kite, like K-I-T-E. If you want to look that up, this crystal is really interesting. It was a gift. A crystal shop that I go to, she always gives you like a little carving for free. And she included this one when I went recently, and that was really interesting. And I looked it up and I went on a deep dive of this crystal. So some of you in part 2 might be really into crystals, or like you need this crystal in your life. It's really cool. And then the name is because of where it was discovered. And then la pile number 3, you have a little mushroom dude, and he is amethyst. So if you like the mushroom dude, that could be your pile. Yeah, go ahead and pick yours. The stamp time, okay, I can't speak now. The timestamps are going to be in the description, and I'll see you in your reading. I don't want to ramble on anymore. All right, I'm going to start with pile 1, pile 2, and 3. I will see you in your readings. Thank you so much. Hello, pile 1. So if you picked the little fluoride little dude, little snail, this is gonna be your reading. I don't know where I want to put them. I think, do we see him over here? All right, yeah, where Just gonna leave them there. Yeah, so welcome to Who Are Your Spirit Guides and what is their advice at the moment. I want to start with a number that could be confirmation for you that, first of all, you're in the right place, pile-wise, or maybe in the right place in general. You need to hear that. Let me start. I'm going to have to do this for every pile, but let me start with you. A lot of this reading is going to be channeled. Things will make sense to the people that it needs to make sense to. The confirmations are going to make sense to the people that it needs to be confirmed for. Okay? It feels, the only word that they keep throwing at me is just say it's going to be woo-woo, because it's the truth. It's going to be very out there. It's going to be very interesting, very cool. And because spirit guides are so personal, it's such a personal relationship that you have with them. It doesn't need to make sense to anybody else but you. If this gives you confirmation, take it for what it is, okay? And maybe it's gonna be a spark for you to dive a little deeper into your spirituality, or maybe it's just literally you're already as deep as you can get at the moment, right? You're immersed in it, and they would just want to give you more guidance, okay? Take it how it resonates. This reading in general, it's gonna be very much like that, okay? All that to say, let's start with your number. I saw 9, but maybe it's not 9. It's 8. I like that. So 888 will definitely be a confirmation for you about this reading right off the bat. Also, if you're seeing 888, welcome. This is your reading. Yeah, 888 is significant for this pile. Let's just leave it at that. All right. Let me start with who your spirit guides are. And then this is the advice. I'm going to just leave the advice on the side because I want to start with the who first. And I'm actually, let me rearrange my cards here. I haven't seen these, but I want to rearrange them because this is how I want to. All right. Okay. Pile 1. Let's do this. Ooh, I'm so sorry. There's nudity on here. Lovers, erotica, and sexuality. I'm not going to say that word. Because I'm not going to. I'm going to say it very wrong, and it's going to sound very wrong. I'm actually going to put the 8 on here. Oh, I'm covering their faces. I don't want to do that. Hold on. Let's find something else to make this YouTube friendly, maybe? Okay, there we go. Okay. The number 8, 14, 5. It feels like a couple here, maybe past loved ones for you. When I tell you these people are like a great example of divine love, or maybe this is something that you also aspire to. Some of you as well, you know that this is in your path. This is the reason why I want to say you aspire to a divine connection, or you feel like you are in a divine connection. Maybe not right now, or maybe you are, or it could be like it's part of this lifetime. You're going to experience that, and you've known maybe your awakening has something to do with that. And the reason why I'm going to say that is because now there's snakes, right? And it's like the Kundalini awakening. Very cool. Very cool. Wow. Okay. Water spirit manifesting dreams. Hell yeah. Can't escape the fact that there's 2 of them here. Are these otters or beavers? I think they're otters, right? Yeah. Super cute. Are they the ones that float around and holding hands? And then they use little rocks to open things. They can use... Oh. All right. Well, clearly you're called to water as well. Maybe you... I'm wondering what card this... No freaking way. Okay. So these are not beavers. These are otters, right? but I mentioned the Bieber. I kid you not. I kid you not. Like yeah, I knew this was going to be a little crazy. I'm sorry. I'm going to have a lot of, oh my God moments. I can already know. And yes, I still get excited even though this is what I do. Like I experience synchronicities and like foreshadowing in my own life every day. I think a lot of us do. But then it still boggles my mind when it happens. And it boggles my mind when it happens when I'm doing a reading. So I'm going to be excited about that every single time. I feel like that's your energy, and I love that. Your spirit guides love how accepting and flowy you are with your spirituality. And if you think that you're not, they're saying, oh, no, 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 you are. You're so flowy. There's so much water here. This is also water. But also the Bieber works a lot with the earth element, because obviously they build with earth element, with materials. Again, something about tools here. Ooh, a lot of your witchy tools or your spiritual tools that you use, they're enchanted. You've enchanted them. Or your spirit guides have, alongside you, enchanted them, by the way. That's really beautiful. You guys are so tuned in. And if you're starting your spiritual journey, because some of you are recently awakening, but some of you are along this path already, you'll get to this like beautiful flowy state. You'll rest when you need to. You'll be active, spiritually wise, because this takes a lot of energy as well when you need to. It's almost like, think about it like if you have a gym routine, or just in general, if you know of how that works, it's like, you know, you do have an off day, you do have rest days, especially when you're working on certain things. Think of it like that. Like if you're doing legs, for example, and that for your body, and you know yourself, you listen to yourself, you're like, I cannot do this, and then the next day do, for example, a lot of cardio because my legs are on fire, right? So it's kind of like you have to attune. You're attuning. Interesting, the gym reference. That's so interesting. Okay, that has to resonate for someone, because yeah, very interesting. So yeah, with the gym reference, what I was going at is they wanted me to finish my thought. I just got like sidetracked. Okay, this card wants to come out. We'll see it. Temperance. That's what it is. Okay. The gym reference is about knowing when you, like intuitively, you'll know when you need to rest. Also, something about your abilities or like your spiritual gifts, they never go away. It's impossible for them to go away. It's more of, you're gonna be a little bit, what is it? There are going to be times where it feels like everything turned off and you're like, I'm alone again. I don't have this connection again. And they're saying, no, you're resting. We want you to rest because you're going through certain transformations. I want you to see how we're mirroring now 14 and 14. Wow. Also, this angel has 4 arms. And usually temperance, they are just pouring from one cup to the other. Not this one. They are pouring from 2 basins. And that makes me think of Aquarius energy. Water being one of the elements again. Wow. It's like, that's what you have like angels that are also your spirit guides. So you're very connected to star beings, because this is what, from this deck is the Martian deck. Then you have like earth and water here. If there's some deities around earth and water, this is confirmation that that's them who come in and out. Oh, part of the your spirit gifts or your spirituality, you feeling turned off, like nothing's online, and then all of a sudden there you are again tapped in. It's because you go through cycles where spirit guides come in, spirit guides go out, because it's kind of like they taught you what they needed and they go on their merry way. It's just you haven't recognized that pattern yet, but you will again. But you just, even if you don't recognize it, it's okay, because you just need to be in a state of flow. Yeah, the state of flow. But so yeah, there's deities connected to water and earth that also come when they need to. Honestly, everything here, that your spirit guides, how they communicate, who they are, is so attuned to the things that you need or what you are living through, the things that you are like alchemizing and like figuring out. That's how flowy it is. Very interesting. I never thought of it like that. Like, obviously I think you have, a lot of us, I don't want to say you, because now I'm going to talk about me, for example. I think a lot of us have like set spirit guides that we know for sure they're going to be there forever. But for pile 1, if you feel like this is always evolving and changing, and you're like, but that's not the regular experience, because I just said it myself, if I wasn't reading for you, I would be like, well, no, I actually feel like your spirit guides are your spirit guides, and some of them never change, but actually for you is different. That's not you. And if this resonates with you, then that's how you know, where they're always changing. I'm not even sure you have a set one that it's always there, to be quite honest with you, unless we want to say like your higher self, for example, right? Or like the universe in general, they will always be there, right? But the way that they manifest and the way that they actually, or the energy that they bring into your life, is always changing. You feel like you're always in connection with different spirit guides, different kinds of beings. It's really interesting. Your pile is amazing. 6 of Wands. Yeah, that's so beautiful. Look at all that blending and all. This is the card about triumph. There's different guides here to teach you very different things. But at the end of it all, it is because you're meant to triumph. And I want to say everything that you try, or everything that's aligned with you for your highest good, you're meant to succeed at it. Especially the things that you do very passionately. When you do it very passionately, it becomes so well balanced and a flowy state that it just works. It just works. A lot of ancestral things too, because now I'm seeing a rune in here. This could be ancestors. They could be for some of you. For some of you, they could be past loved ones, okay? For others of you, it's literally like beings from the ether or something. It's way out there, okay? Ooh, labradorite. That's the stone that I have out, and I have it out because I want to hold on to it when I need to. Wow. Okay. Maybe you also need labradorite. Very psychic, very... Something about the tools. I like that you got a crystal, because this is a tool for me. I'm literally... The fact that it looks like the little stones that they carry around to like break little... What is it that they eat? I think like oysters or something like... I don't know. Whatever it is that they have to crack open, they literally have a little stone that they keep in the... Oh my God, that's adorable. All right, yeah, something about your tools is significant here. Or how you know who is like... Okay, I'm almost seeing like it's like a radio station or something. You're like, who is it that's coming through right now? It's like pay attention to whatever tools you gravitate towards, you gravitate towards. And that's how you kind of know, oh, this is who's here right now. Something about Angel Metatron is coming through. I'm not really sure. I don't think that's the angel in here. I think the angel in Temperance is Gabriel. No, it's not Gabriel. It is... Oh my God, I totally lost it. Raphael, I think, is the angel in Temperance. I could be wrong. But maybe both names are significant, Gabriel and Raphael, for you. As like human people that you know names, or quite literally the archangels. But very interesting. I'm going to read to you about the beaver for a second. It wants to speak a little bit more, so all right, hard worker, loyal, tireless, family first. When in balance, happy, meaningful work. That's the thing about you. Like when you're in the flowy state of meaningful work, you're always going to be triumph. It's always going to work out for you. Part 1. When out of balance, feels useless and worn out. To bring into balance, physical labor and selfless service. Physical labor is interesting because I brought up the gym of all things, okay? That is really interesting. Not that it's so out there to bring up the gym, but it's so out of left field in a tarot reading. I don't know. 101 could be significant as well for you. 11 could be significant. I'm going to see Labradorite, what kind of has to tell you here. It says, I am open to great periods of transformation. Wow. So yeah, that's literally what it is, okay? That's why your spirit guides are always evolving, always changing. Or, you know, they leave and then they circle back a year later or something like that. Because you're always transforming and always ever changing. The more that you stay in that flowy state, the more that it's so interesting because the more that you stay in the flowy state, the more that they kind of rotate who's coming in and out of your awareness even. But it's almost like the more that you're in that flowy state, the more that you easily can recognize it as well. It's like they come hand in hand, right? That recognition comes hand in hand with you being in a flowy state. The water spirit, I want to see. Interesting because I opened to this right away. Storm spirit, chaos. Let's see what the water spirit has to say. The water spirit. Water flows in a cycle. Cycles. That's what it is. Okay. Why couldn't I get that word out? Yeah. You have cycles of your spirituality, your spiritual growth, your spiritual purpose even. Like you're guided to different places, different people at different times. That's what it is. All right. And right now you are in a cycle of manifesting your dreams. Transformation is coming. This is beautiful. This also adds up to 8. I like that. That was your initial number. The transformation that you could be going through could be about abundance as well. Or just in general, your dreams coming true. Don't stop the flow by doubting or hesitating. I love that. Allow your emotions the freedom to be expressed. Timing is everything. And right now is your time. Your spirit guides they're awesome. All right. Let's see what this race of beings has to say for you. Tantra, erotica, sensuality, lovers, sexual union, vitality, seduction, kundalini awakening, healthy lust as in lust, and desire. Okay, and then the reverse side of that, kind of like the shadowy, frigid, sexual frustrations, celibacy, third-party situations, abstinence, temperamental, sexual issues, lower chakra blockages, and sexual inappropriateness. All right, some of you could be healing some sacral chakra blockages right now. The flowy, watery state would make sense there as well. I also want to mention how this even looks like chakras, right? We're seeing that. That's lovely. There's healing coming to that, okay? With Temperance. There's healing coming to your like physical body as well. The physical body is significant here. Okay. And that's all I want to dig up from that. Let's get into your advice, shall we? All right. Purpose. So this is your soul lesson at this moment, or also the reason why these spirit guides are in your energy is because of your purpose. I know what I am here to do. Okay, what you're aligning, what you're healing is aligning you to this. I also want to point out how the colors here are literally like the colors in labradorite. Maybe this will show it a little bit better. Maybe not. That is beautiful. I love that. The purpley is beautiful as well. Everything pointing to a certain pivotal thing is interesting too. This also feels like that. Like you're stacking up lessons, cycles of your life, and they're all making sense. You're arriving at a flowy state in your life right now as well. This is really beautiful. You're in a great place, Pile One. And if you feel like you're not there yet, trust that what you've been sensing that you're meant to have in your life is going to happen. Easier said than done. I know. Easier said than done. Wow. Your North Node is literally about purpose. Step into out of your comfort zone. Yeah. Look at that point again. That intersecting point. There's something about that. You're going to have to trust where life is literally guiding you to. Ooh, astrocartography could be significant for you guys. Wherever your north node is in astrocartography. And if you don't know anything that I'm talking about right now, go look it up, do your research. Wherever your north node is, could be a very significant place for you to move to live at, or you have actually lived there already. There could be information for you in astrocartography, in your astrocartography. You might want to look into it. Whatever calls your attention about that, follow it. Follow your intuition when it comes to it, is what I want to say. Ooh, new moon. I'm actually filming this. Not my little dude moving. I'm actually filming this on the Aries full moon. So it's interesting that we have another cycle. But this is with the new moon. New moons are around new beginnings. Also, a great time to manifest things. And then you wait for the cycle to happen. And then by the full moon, whatever didn't come to fruition, you let it go peacefully. Because you accept it's not meant for you at this time, or just in general. There's something about that, staying flowy. Maybe you are someone who works with the moon. And if you don't, it's time to do so. All right. Blue star. Follow the light of your inner compass, the blue star. It will lead you to the truth that resides within your soul. Literally what this feels like. Your north node, I want to say your north star, your blue star, is pointing you somewhere to something. It could be about you being a healer, quite literally. Maybe that's why Raphael is in your energy right now. Or they're one of your spirit guides at the moment. They're helping you through this change with 14 adding up to 5. Fives are about change, so that would also make sense. And change always comes with this. It's like, you know that saying, magic is happening outside of your comfort zone or something like that. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's literally this is happening outside of your comfort zone. It could be already happening. You could be outside of your comfort zone already. Maybe you're someone who quite literally feels like they're not in the flow because you feel like everything's stagnant. I feel like I'm not connected to anything. No one's coming to help me. No one's coming to save me. Something like that. There's a lot of, and it's not victim mentality, and I'm not bashing you for it either. I completely understand. they're saying that's just a flow. You're literally, it's okay to also not obviously give in to your negativity or the negative things that could be coming up, especially if you're healing things. It would make sense that a lot of, like, you are uprooting a lot of beliefs about yourself, your life in general, right? It would make sense that you have a lot of like testing times within this change. But there's something about trusting the timing of your life, which already we mentioned it here somewhere. But staying in that flow, and also not being too hard on yourself for being a negative Nancy sometimes. Like, honestly, I feel it feels like Pawan, you have been put through the ringer as well, which it would make sense why you have very powerful out there guides. Because I even mentioned deities, and I don't even, so yeah, it's I think you got to believe also that you're very magical. That could be quite literally the so I don't want to say block, because that's not the right word that they don't want me to use block, but that's the only way I can recognize it. It's more of it's almost like that's the only obstacle that you have here holding you back. It's like before the Six of Wands, I have the Five of Wands picture in my head, which is that struggle. And that struggle is internal. That's the internal struggle of like, I want this, but I want that, but do I deserve this? It's that friction right before the triumph. Right before you step out of your comfort zone. I'm sorry, it's so like on the nose. And all right. Oh, look at that. Trusting the timing, your path, everything, the flow of your life. All paths leave home. Interesting. I said leave home. That's maybe some of you are moving. That could be one of the changes that's happening. And they're saying, yes, step out of your comfort zone. Ooh, by the next new moon, something significant about a move could be here for some of you. All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, trust your gaze within. Everything it says about going within and listening to your soul, please do that. Please trust yourself. See how, like, this is like a labyrinth, right? Like, but you are so capable and so guided that you don't need to navigate through it. You literally just cut through the chase. Like you go where you need to. You need to trust this. You need to trust that not only this is what you do, you literally don't have to follow any kind of like, your path is the path that you decide to be on, period. That's what it is. That's why it says inner authority and go within. You need to go within and trust yourself. You don't even need a tarot reader to tell you this, or any kind of reader or any kind of spiritualist. I get it because it's really good to have confirmation. 100%. That's why I'm also a consumer of pick a cards, or I get readings done, personal readings for myself. Of course, I love confirmation. Who doesn't? We all need it, right? But they're also saying there comes a time here, Pawan, where the only confirmation needs to be from the divine and from your inner guidance and your intuition. Wow. The way like my throat got tight as I said that. Trust yourself. I think that's the main message when it comes to advice for you. Trust yourself. I know what I'm here to do. That is such an inner authority statement. I know what I am here to do. I want to read about this. If this card appears, you may be called to develop or switch up your spiritual practice to get in the habit of turning your gaze within. I'm telling you, getting centered for the day before consuming anything from the outside world. Yeah, you need to, there's something about you trusting quite literally your truth above anything else. And I think that came through when I was picking up on the fact that you have rotating spirit guides and you're looking for evidence that other people experience this, but you haven't found it. They're saying, well, you don't have to find it. This is just what we do. Like, this is what you do, right? There's nothing, like I said, the relationship between you and your spirit guides is so personal. I said that in the intro, but it's so personal that it doesn't even, like me as a reader, that wasn't making sense to me, but I said it, right? Because it's not for me to understand, it's for you to understand. It's for you to get the confirmation. So they're saying there's a lot to do with, you have to trust your own intuition first. And then with an open mind, be like, okay, I know that I will get the confirmation when I need it. But at the same time, it's almost like trusting that you don't even need the confirmation, okay? All right. I'm going to say that again. Get in the habit of turning your gaze within, getting centered for the day before consuming anything from the outside world. To start from a feeling of at-homeness. And throughout each day, to find simple ways to keep coming home. Wow. This feels such a like at-home energy as well. This is really beautiful. Some of you are definitely moving, transitioning into a new place, a new home. It's really beautiful. Thank you so much, Pawan, for letting me read for you. I want to thank your spirit guides. Your spirit team is what they want to be called. I like that. That's what I call my people too. Your spirit, it's so interesting when calling them my people, because excuse me, not me choking on my own words. Okay, I'm gonna correct myself. Your spirit team, not your people, because they're not, some of them are not people. They were never people. I'm hearing there will never be. Yeah, some of these beings are never gonna have incarnations on this earth, but they live vicariously through you. And not only that, they quite literally live through you. You connect to the things that they gravitate to and on this plane of existence, because that's how that goes back to your tools, whatever you gravitate towards. That's so interesting. All right, I'm gonna break the connection here, because if not, I could keep tapping in, but that had to come through. I had to have a cough attack for it, but I'm also getting like the Galactic Federation of Light. That's really interesting. They're coming in at the end of your reading here. It's almost like they're peeking through. They're like, and I'm trying to close the door, but they don't let me. Okay, hold on a second. Let's get grounded here. Power One, thank you so much. I just got so giggly, and this is such a beautiful energy. I am so very grateful for you letting me read for you. You were amazing. You have such a cool story to tell. With whoever you share it with, I hope they appreciate it, because me getting a glimpse, not even like a 5-second view of this, was beautiful. Thank you to your spirit team for letting me read for you as well. And I'll see you in other readings. You guys have a good one. I'm gonna move on to part 2. I think I'll leave that little guy there. Alrighty. At part 2, if you guys picked the Larkavite, sorry, I'm gonna say that wrong again. Larvakite heart, this is going to be your reading. I'm so mesmerized by this crystal. It's gray, but it's not. It's like silver at the same time. I'm just gonna get a little bit of Palo Santo going for you here, because part 1 was very intense. all of these piles are going to be very intense, very beautiful. While I do this, I'm going to give you my little disclaimer. All of this can only and should only make sense to whoever it resonates with, guys. I might say very out there things, concepts that you've never heard of, or things that I probably haven't even like experienced before, or because that happened in pile 1. But I need you to trust yourself and your intuition and use your discernment here, because you and your spirit guides have a very unique language with each other. You guys have a very personal relationship that I'm just gonna peek into, but I don't know anything about in general, right? So that's what I'm saying, like, you gotta trust that you're gonna get the confirmation that you need here. And this doesn't need to make sense to anybody else but you, because like I said, it's a very, very personal thing. So let's embark on this journey together. I cannot wait to see what comes through for you guys. I'm so excited for these readings. I love the out there stuff that comes through when I tap into this. All right, let's start with your number to see, give you extra confirmation. Ooh, number 1. 111, obviously. 1111, 101 as well for some reason, for some of you. Okay, that's really cool. We're gonna leave it here. So yeah, not me, literally 11 is underneath here. And when okay, 5 as well, I guess. When I put it there, the number 1, like I'm looking at it, but I see the 11 underneath as well. Okay, anyways, all right. Let me get centered here a little bit with you. About 2. So we're gonna look into who your spirit guides are. Also, a little bit of like how they communicate with you. Numbers are definitely significant for you. Not just this number that came out, but just number. Oh, okay, if I could speak, numbers in general. Okay. All right. Let's do this. This is for your advice. I'm gonna leave the advice on the side for right now. And we are going to see who your guides are. All of a sudden, I'm very, very calm. Cool, calm, and collected. Cool as a cucumber, I'm hearing. Interesting. Ooh, the grays. Another one, 10, tall. Utilitarian, organized, and intimidating. Interesting. Giving me Matrix vibes here. The Matrix, the movies could be very significant in the sense like you feel like there's messages in there for you, like spiritual messages in there. Not necessarily that it's a play-by-play of what we're living in. I don't think you consider that a thing. Or maybe some of you do. That's up to you. You know, everybody deserves to believe in whatever they want to. I'm also hearing, that's so interesting. Everybody deserves to live in the reality that they want to live in. And I know how that sounds, especially if your reality could be very shitty sometimes and you could be struggling. For me to say like, you chose that, blah, blah, blah. Take it as it resonates. This might be a concept or something that you yourself are dissecting or diving into, that you're trying to understand. Aliens in general, alien species, could be the ones trying to teach you about this. Also, this is an alien species. Are you in contact with this specific one? I don't know. Have you ever been? Maybe. Because now I'm being called. So this looks like whatever the heck they use for whatever. But this looks like a human, like an abduction or something like that. Trigger warning. I'm so sorry. If, like I said in the intro for your pile, this only needs to make sense to the people that it makes sense to. There's going to be far out things that are going to come through, and I'm just going to say them because I'm meant to give the confirmation to whoever needs it. After saying that disclaimer again, Some of you could have had contact with alien species. Maybe not in the sense of you were abducted. Maybe you were. Take it as it resonates, okay? If that's triggering for you and you do not accept that as your reality or your truth, then that's your truth, okay? That's okay. That's okay too. But for some here, you could have had this experience. Honestly, it doesn't feel like fearful, okay? I'm gonna have to read about this because now it's like not me turning to the grays, but the short ones. Okay. So the Orion constellation could be significant. The Andromedan galaxy could be significant as well. That's where these beings are from. Here we go. The tall grays have been also associated with the abduction phenomena and are usually described as hostile, bitter, and cold. They're also largely work under alpha Docranian dominance and mind control. Many are now clones. Oh, that could be what that is. Clones in the making or something. Interesting. So the upright for this card, which in this case will be like the shadow side, because this is a kind of a negative connotation to this card. Order, utilitarian, organized, rigid, uniformity, militant, obedience, intimidating, structure, and non-approachable. And the reverse side, so the alchemized of part of this energy, which some of these beings could embody, just because, you know, we're all human. For example, humans commit atrocities, but that doesn't mean that all of us commit atrocities, right? Same thing with this. I love that. Okay, here we go. Approachable, free spirit, confession, flexible. I don't know what that is. Liaisi fairy? I don't know. Non-interference and allowance. So the flowy state of this is very much, quite literally, the opposite. More of a gentle approach, if you will. Maybe you're the beings that are of alien nature that communicate with you, or some of the misunderstood, quote unquote, bad ones or something like that. Take it as it resonates. You would know. You could also be someone who is very open-minded in the sense of you've never thought demons were bad. You always thought, okay, maybe they're just misunderstood creatures and we're just not actually like understanding them or their purpose or something like that. There's something about you finding purpose or meaning to things, even when other people quite literally put them to the side as evil, horrible. Don't do that. Don't interact with them, something like that. Dragonfly spirit would change. Yeah, I like that. So dragonflies could be very significant for you. They could be spirit guides for you. Like, they manifest in that way. You see them at very random places. They literally like come up to you, very close to you whenever you're around dragonflies. That could also be like for some of you. If you start seeing them, know that there's change coming in. Change is afoot is what I got with that. I'm sorry, this card is still calling me in, like this energy. It's not like that I want to like push it away and not look at it, but it's like there's something about it being so at the forefront of, yeah, I mean, it's the first card, but at the forefront of something here. For some of you, it could be at the forefront. It could be something that you're changing, or a spirit guide of yours that is of alien nature, not of this planet or galaxy, could be changing. It's Excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. I guess not. Okay. So that's confirmation. I could sneeze, but I can't now. Yeah, that could be changing. I almost want to. Do I want to? It's like I want to pull another card from this deck. I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is I'm going to open the book to another card and see what I get. Because that changing thing is interesting. Not Pawan's people. I keep wanting to say people, and they don't like that. Not Pawan's spirit team here now. That is interesting. You could be connected to Pawan in some kind of way. Maybe you are here from Pawan. Also, 1 is your number, so that would make sense. You don't have to. That's for some of you, okay? You don't have to go watch that, but that's really interesting. All right, I think I'm done with that energy now. We got that out of the way. Yes, we did. Okay, awesome. Ooh, Scorpion. Fire energy. Again, misunderstood. Like Scorpio could be significant as well. Maybe you are a Scorpio. But the Scorpion being here is so interesting because, like, yeah, they're fiery. They can sting you. But, like, did you provoke them? You're like an advocate for the misunderstood. It's really what it is. And it's really beautiful. It's really interesting the way that you think about other beings. You're beautiful, Palto. You have even compassion for like your spirit guides, or even like the energies that come into your life to teach you something spiritually, because that's kind of how you see this. You're like, well, if I was abducted, maybe I needed to learn something from it. It wouldn't have happened to me otherwise. Kind of like that. You're so beautiful. You're so beautiful. You see things and you see the world in such a beautiful way. Now I'm seeing how this is such a gentle energy between such like fiery and intense things. And that's quite literally you. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Okay. Passionate, competitive, tends towards isolation. Oh, because of, okay, that would make sense. It would make sense that you're so open and compassionate because you probably tend to isolate because you feel so misunderstood. All right. When in balance, wild and free and fierce. When out of balance, jealous, resentful, and unresolved. To bring into balance, honesty and forgiveness. They want you to practice honesty and forgiveness with yourself. The animal spirit guides that come through for you right now, they want you to change the inner monologue, my friend. Pao 2. I think the way that you perceive yourself and the way that you actually, it's not even how you're perceived in the world, just the way that you are very different things. You might think you have short temper. You might think sometimes you could be volatile, or you could be too outspoken, or too much of this or too much of that. And they're saying, no, you're just the right amount. There's something about changing that perspective. There's a change in perspective about that, is what I want to say. Actually, before I move on, the Scorpion is a passionate and determined creature. Their career is very important to them, as are a few select friends. Oh, that's what it is. You show up very passionately, intensely, and even aggressive if you need to for the things that you really believe in. They're saying, don't change that about yourself. And use that same energy when it comes to yourself, quite literally. Just how you do it for others. Just how you give other beings or people as well in your life the benefit of the doubt. You allow them to change, be who they are. You're very accepting. You need to mirror that within, okay? Sometimes the Scorpion's heat festers and they focus on an unresolved event from the past, usually a situation where they were left feeling burned. The Scorpion card says it's time to come clean about your feelings so everyone can heal and you can get back to your usual fiery but fun self. Yeah. Tap into that fiery fun energy, because that's really the what is it, the vibration that they want you to stay in. Not that you are always going to be in that vibration, obviously, but work more towards that, because that's where the change happens. That's where the beauty of this happens. That's where even the change in perspective for maybe not just yourself, but the things, the things that you're receiving, the input, the information, the spiritual knowledge that you're receiving, and from the places and beings that you're receiving them from, are gonna make a little bit more sense. They're gonna, but it's just gonna feel more aligned for you. Ooh, look at that. So much shadowy shit in your life. And I want to say that I love it. And I don't think you hate it either. Maybe you don't love it. Maybe you don't love it. But it's so much entangled with you. This is reminding me, and if you're watching this, you know who you are. But this is reminding me of, I want to say friend, because I feel like for some reason there's a soul friendship, but you know, it's not. But I've read, I've done readings twice, I think, or 3 times for this specific person. I don't want to say your name, but and they draw very shadowy looking things and beings, and it's lovely. It could be harsh to look at. It could be very intense, because it brings up, and people in general, I think it brings up a lot of like unfestered things that you almost don't want to look at within yourself or something like that. My nose is super itchy. Confirmation. I know that I've experienced that while seeing their art, right? So there's something about that. And if you're watching this, oh my God, I'm so excited. This is probably your pal. My goodness. All right. But it's like, and with the tower, I want to point to the fact that the tower is not crumbling. The tower is full of stuff around it. It's almost like it's the place to be. The change moment, a pivotal moment is coming. I like the tower. It is universal. It is powerful change. Your spirit guides could be very shadowy beings, okay? And they're saying, do not be scared of us. Do not be scared of us. I'm laughing because it's quite literally how I heard it. Don't be scared of us. We're here for you. And not only do they quite literally keep a close eye on you, there's so many eyes. They're like, know that the energy being sent your way, and the beautiful, okay, this is what it is. The beautiful thing about these beings is they are shadowy, but you know what that helps with? Transmuting the shadowy shit that happens around you as well into purpose for you. Oof. Maybe you literally channel the shadowiness into art, like this friend of mine that I'm thinking of. And that is insanely powerful. Wow, 5 of Cups. All right. I feel like this adds to this, I guess, in the sense of, because the 5 of Cups, you wallow a little bit in the things that never worked out. But at the same time, it's that change moment, because it is a 5, of the change in perspective happens where you turn around and you're like, oh no, but there's actually not only a lesson in this, there's transmutation of energy that takes me to where I need to be and the things that I need to be doing anyways. Wow. I'm seeing dark angels quite literally, because there's literally 2 little angels over here. And again, like I said, very shadowy things. The imagery here makes me think of my demon deck. It's right here. I'm gonna pull a card from it now. I feel like I need to. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. We're going with the flow. What I mean sorry wise is like I didn't do it for other piles, but obviously other piles were not pile one wasn't communicating with this deck, so we're gonna get a card from here. Bottom of the deck, right off the bat, the Devil Moloch, which this deck has interesting not this being so okay. Why? I'm so sorry, that was out of frame and dark. Look at that. That's what I mean. It's like, oh, it's so cool. Okay, anyways. Makes one's worse of all than ever before. Tricks mortals into being bond, except shall sacrifice, which no. I don't feel like that's even, no. All right. Again, there's something about like the weirdness that comes your way. You have a way of like understanding, seeing right through the BS or something, or the narrative that the shadowy things try to give you, and you're like, no, actually I see right through you, and we're transmuting this, and my guides are helping me because they're also shadow beings. I love that. 4 of Pentacles. Ooh, look at that. Serves as an excellent familiar. Okay. You could be having a familiar coming into your life soon. Or you have a familiar already. They could help you. I'm seeing, what I'm hearing is they could help you see. Connecting with your familiar could help you see some beings. It could be scary for some of you. For some of you, you're like, this is a walk in the park. This is every day for me. This wouldn't be here otherwise. The Chariot and the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, I like this. I actually love this. What this tells me is, quite literally, you are doing the work that you need to. And the work that you're doing, like I said, it's your driving force. It propels you forward. And it is shadowy. And it is with a familiar for some of you. Ooh. This is like, I'm seeing the Sabrina the Teenage Witch, like the new rendition of it on Netflix. Like that whole, like, she's like on the underworld, but she's like half mortal, and it's so cool. Like it's kind of like that of the what is it that I'm trying to say? It's like that show. Like the bad is not always the bad. Also, I'm seeing like Supernatural, how, you know, God is actually a dick, and some archangels are actually assholes as well. The demons could be helpful, actually. Like, it's literally like that. Your life is very much, take it as a resonance, obviously, but your life is very much so twisty. Like, no one would really understand why these creatures attract you, or you attract them in the first place, or like understand how you're so comfortable in the dark and in the shadowy, or so comfortable with those concepts, and it doesn't have to make sense to anybody else, but there's something about those spirit guides have so much to teach you, or they have taught you so much. The shadowy ones. Ooh, Opal. Interesting card to come out of all this. I want you to see how all of this is very much like it resembles each other energy wise, and then we have these two over here being like, nah, nah, nah. Like, that's what I'm hearing in my head. Like, not a care in the world. By a waterfall with an opal. I want to see what the opal has to say. What I give to the universe is sent back to me. Oh, that is interesting. An embodiment of magic, opal glistens like a prism, a rainbow of color that can be seen in this stone, known for helping to create balance and regulate emotions. Okay. How you will notice that you communicate with these beings easier, and it's an easier time for you to like gain the perspective, the spiritual knowledge, quite literally the lessons from your life, when you are when you try to stay balanced with your emotions, things, and that would make sense why the Five of Cups is here. When you're in the midst of maybe, I want to say a depressive episode, because that's what this is feeling like now, know that there's like a change coming and a transformation coming. Opal could be a card that helps you because it just said the rainbow is in it. So rainbow makes me think of happiness. Quite literally the opposite of this, right? Very contrasting energies. Because you go so deep. Think of it like the rubber band effect. Like you stretch it out, but then it will come back together. You go so deep that you need something to anchor you into the goodness, into the light as well. Interesting, because yeah, that would make sense. So that you are able to like pull back and have perspective. Because the Five of Cups now feels like perspective. You could be going through a time in your life where you literally are just living the Five of Cups again and again and again. Wow, Pautu. I want to get into your advice because of what I'm picking up on right now. But yeah, you could be living in a state of Five of Cups. You've been living in that state, I want to say 5 years actually. The number 5 could be very significant here. But in the Five of Cups energy for a while. And they're saying you stay in that vibration because you need to. There's something that you're learning, you're alchemizing there. But also remember that the Five of Cups is about change. It's about the transmutation of that heartache, disappointment, things that didn't work out, to turning around, turning quite literally the energy into, oh, but there's more to come. There's still hope here. The Two of Cups are behind you, right? The original depiction is someone looking at the 3 cups spilled, but behind them there's 2 cups standing. Like there's still hope there. There's still healing there to happen. There's staying in this energy is because you're alchemizing things. Okay. They're saying there's a tether to the light of this aspect that always pulls you back. How you also can, it's kind of like you can ask for help here, because even these beings that I don't want to say that you're the one who considers them dark or whatever. I feel like it's the other people's perspective, but these beings are here, your guides are here to say, we can pull you back from this. Something about who told you that you need to suffer to learn as well. Where did you learn that? What kind of, I want to point to this because I feel like this is like that energy of programming you into thinking that or something like that. They're like, you're about to alchemize that energy of, oh, everything is suffering. I need to suffer to learn kind of thing. It's like, no, you don't need to suffer to grow. You're changing that. All right, let's get into your advice. Ooh, envy. Look at that energy under the scorpion. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. That's it right there. That's what the Tower and the Five of Cups are saying. You have different challenges than everybody else. Very unique challenges, I want to say, because very unique energies are around you to help you through it. The energy is gaining momentum. Oof. This energy, the change, the tethered. What are you tethered to the light part of this? I don't want to say light and dark. It's more of the other side of this. The alchemized energy of the Tower is having a new foundation that's solid, because you broke that down to then have a new foundation. There's levels here. That's what I want to say. The birds are significant as well, like messengers. The purpley makes me think of you're seeing this from a very spiritual sense first before it can anchor into your reality. However, because this is a material thing, also this is Scorpio energy, by the way, but it feels very in the material world because of it being quite literally a building. First, you're seeing it with your mind's eye. This also feels very spiritual, purpley again. You're seeing it with your mind's eye. It has to be like digested by your emotions, the shadowy parts of you, And then boom, it kind of like anchors into your reality. Wow, look at that. Trust, another 16. Not literally the dark and you being the light there. Wow. Look at that, how that mirrors that too. Wow. Trust. Easier said than done. I know. I know. But they want you to trust. And you should. I really think you should. The timing of your life, it's how it needs to be, okay? Change is afoot, and that's what you need to know. Change is here too, okay? You just have to trust it. It's coming. It's here. It's happening. It is happening. Something significant could have happened on 10/12. 10/12 as like a time on the clock could be significant too. I don't know. That's so random. Like, I just looked at those and I was like 10/12 for some reason. Your house number could be 10/12. Interesting. Wisdom. See your adversaries. Oh, that envy again. See your adversaries as opportunities to expand your spiritual light. That feels like you doing this. This is what you do. What people consider other beings or these beings that communicate with you or that are in your energy as like adversaries, some dark stuff, don't work with them, don't channel that energy, don't whatever. You look at it as opportunities to literally expand your spiritual what? Light. Now you being the light. Lost lands. Soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. That could be why that Five of Cups energy is so... I feel like that period, this period of time that you've been living of stagnicity maybe, things being like on repetition in your life, you're like, it feels like I'm not going anywhere and I'm not doing anything with my life. You are unlocking soul memories and gifts. And sometimes I'm hearing now you need to go through certain routines in your spiritual path. And by routines, now they're putting it in that word because I don't have another word for it, but cycles in your spiritual life, not in this incarnation, your spiritual life as a whole, as a soul, as a being yourself, right? You have to go through the same things to kind of unlock this again. Some painful things that you've been through, okay? And please take it as it resonates here, because I don't want anybody to think that I'm saying that the painful shit that you've been through in your life, you deserve because you're unlocking spiritual gifts. That's not what I'm saying, and that's not a blanket statement for everybody. Just like anything that I say here is not a blanket thing for everyone. But for you, Pautu, if this resonates with you, a lot of the themes in your life that have been repeating, that you feel like, how many times am I going through this? First of all, for a lot of you, it's just the natural order of things where you need to learn things a couple of times for it to anchor in, right? Guilty of that myself. Repeating certain patterns in relationships and jobs and situations in general, right? Until I learn my lesson and I'm like, okay, I'm never doing that again, right? Very human experience. But for you, I'm going to throw in a little layer on it because they're saying the repeating themes, especially when it comes to your spirituality, these shadowy things, these very triggering experiences that you've had are to unlock soul memories and gifts. It is a set path that you have. It is how you activate certain things within yourself and your memory, your core like DNA memory as well. Yeah, your energetic field, your spiritual being, like I said, your soul. There's patterns that need to happen. There's certain things that need to trigger that awakening. And again, take that as it resonates, but literally that's what I'm getting from that, okay? Let's see what it has to say. Oh, excuse me. Whew. says, at this stage in Earth's timeline, we need the wisdom of the ancients to survive as a species. That's what this feels like. Very ancient beings that could be coming to the forefront as so shadowy, just because they literally do not interact with our humanity that often, or with many humans in general. So, and maybe a lot of the humans that they have interacted with, they haven't really understood their energy. They can come off very scary. And I'm gonna say this, and again, this is a blanket statement, but not for everybody. Sometimes we're scared of what we don't understand, right? Take that as it resonates, right? Some humans that could have experienced things with these beings, they didn't understand it at all. They got very scared, never touched it again, rolled down about, don't trust this and this and this and this. But you are seeing it from a different perspective, and that is needed, because you need to unlock this new way of looking at things. Okay, that's really what it feels like. It feels very new age spirituality, bringing light to what other people have deemed shadowy. Okay, not that the shadows are bad or the light is always good, but that's literally kind of like, I'm very, what is it, my vocabulary when it comes to this is so like not there, because I don't have the knowledge for it. But maybe you could put it into better words, and if you can, with better words, better phrasing, leave it on the comment for us. That would be awesome. Okay, Paulu. But yeah, I think that this message it's done. Yeah, everything that needed to come through came through. It also feels like I'm passing the baton to you. It's almost like, take whatever you resonated with you here and do your own research now. Do your own deep dive. Whatever triggered you here into like, oh, I need to write this down because that's probably something, or triggered you in general, pay attention to it as well. So what they want to say, pay attention to those cycles that you're breaking at this moment, changing. Thank you so much for letting me read for you, Paulu. Thank you for trusting me with these messages and to deliver and to tap into your energy like this. And I want to thank your spirit team as well for letting me read for you today. Sorry, I was like burping silently. That's all we know. Okay, we're done here. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in other readings in the future. You guys have a good one. All right. Hi, Pal 3. So, I'm going to first burn a little bit of Palo Santo here to cleanse a little bit. Mainly because I need to. Also, these readings have been really interesting. Very powerful energies around. So we need to just focus on you now, okay? This kind of just centers us a little bit. And while I do this, I want to give you my little disclaimer of this should only make sense to whoever it needs to make sense to, okay? There's going to be a lot of weird stuff said, very, out there concepts that maybe I haven't even ever seen or read, heard of, but I'm gonna say them anyways, because again, it's going to make sense to whoever it needs to. Your spirit guides and you have a very unique relationship language with each other as well. I hope that I can attune to it to give you the messages that you need, and the confirmations that you need as well. And yeah, for some reason I feel like thanking you in the beginning. I always thank people at the end of the pile of the readings, but thank you so much for trusting me with this. Your energy is very powerful. Your spirit team is very powerful. I I'm having to do a lot of grounding. Give me a second. A lot of like tuning in, so just allow me to do that. All right, you might want to do that yourself, Pal 3. Just make sure you, it's like I almost want to say, do you feel ready for this reading? For some reason, that's so interesting. Are you ready to rumble? Is what I just heard. I love that. All right, your spirit team is a little funny. Okay, they're trying to like lighten the mood a little bit because they got so serious all of a sudden. Okay, here we go. Pal 3, if you picked the little mushroom dude, he's a little amethyst mushroom. This is gonna be your reading. We're gonna put him over here. Oh, he stands. Yay. Let's get a number for you first. Number 8. Pal 1 got number 8, so I almost don't want to. I don't know why I want to redo this. Yeah, I want to redo it. If it's 8, it'll come out again. Okay, let's just trust that. For some reason, I just want to redo it. Ooh, my hands got so hot there. All right, 5. I love that. I'm keeping that one. I'm sorry that I changed your number, but 8 could be significant for some of you. Some of you could be from Pal 1 watching Pal 3. I dig that. This is your confirmation. It's okay. You can watch this too. Not that it wasn't okay, but you know what I mean. And 5 is change. 5 is evolving. 5 could be your life path number. 555 could be literally all over you, trying to communicate with you. And hey, these are your spirit guides. All right. So we're gonna see who they are. Oh, you're the pile who got 2 of these. Interesting. This is the hold on, the Sacred Forest Oracle, and you got 2 cards of that. Also, your spirit guides wanted me to get 2 of these cards too. They fell down like together. I was like, yeah, I'm only gonna take one because it had happened after this. I was like, I'm not doing 2 cards of that either. But just so you know, they are your spirit guides are, they have a lot to say is what it feels like. Or a lot to get through to you, or there's something about like, we've been trying to communicate. What is it? What's that audio of? I've always been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. Quite literally. Okay. All right. Ooh. Divine Feminine, birthing and fertility. You know what's interesting? I saw a post of there's a new photo of like some kind of thing that it's out there in the universe, and it literally looks like this. Oh my god, if I can find it, I'm gonna put a link to it in the description. I don't even remember what it was, but literally it's bringing me back to me seeing that image from like a really cool new telescope that it took an image of this and whatever, right? And I remember this card right away, and now it's bringing me back to that image. This card is bringing me back full circle to that image. Interesting. Something about 8 could be definitely significant. I'm sorry that I reshuffled your little thing, but because now I'm seeing the infinity here. I'm seeing a dragon's eye, a reptilian eye as well. I just heard dragon's breath. What is that about? That is such an interesting dragon. Okay, you could have a spirit guide, a dragon spirit guide. That's really cool. That's hella cool. All right. Vesica, is that how you pronounce it? Pisces, I'm guessing. I'm gonna butcher that, but it's the 2 overlapping discs of, there we go again, that word I can't say, contains the almond eye shape that was used in the ancient mystery schools to represent layers of interconnected meanings, including divine feminine and the holy passage portal for the soul that links heaven, spirit, and earth, the physical. Ooh. Change. You're birthing something new here into existence. Your spirit team is helping you birth something into this reality. Some of you quite literally could be creating a little human right now. That could be what you're doing. And this little human is going to be very significant, or it's already very significant. I'm hearing rainbow baby for some of you, which is really beautiful. Interesting. All right. It's a geometric esoteric aspect of the flower seed of life. Wow. So protection, sorry, I'm not protect. Well, you are protected, but procreation, birthing, pregnancy, divine feminine, fertility, divine trinity, body, mind, and soul, Holy Spirit. Yes, okay. Divine trinity. Okay. Sacred union, me, us, you. Thought, actions, emotions, and union. Wow. Okay. Part 3, a lot of things coming together for you in a very specific way, in a very beautiful timing. I almost want to say a new life. Wow. Quite literally could be you're birthing a new life into this world, or your life is going to be birthed anew, if you will. Wow. Toadstools. 44. Master teacher number. And growth. Mushroom medicine could be calling to you. This is beautiful. Fairies, for sure, are spirit guides for you as well. They show up as butterflies for you, okay? Maybe you quite literally, you have also seen fairies. I'm not going to take that from you, all right? That could be for someone, but for a lot of you in the day-to-day life, they show up as butterflies, and you could be seeing them in such random places, like weird. You're like, why is there a butterfly in this random parking lot right now? Well, now you know. You got fairies amongst your spirit team here. Such, these colors all blend. It's like this card blends into this one. Do you see it? How it's like a drawing into reality, like they said, spirituality into the physical. This is so beautiful. I also love 44. I love 444 because it is about protection from your angels, by the way. And that was a little slip that came through when I was reading about this card. I read protection instead of procreation. So I want to see what the second card is now. Oh, 33? Are you freaking kidding me right now? Pile 3. Master teacher number again. Ascended masters, by the way. Reflecting pool. Stillness. Wow. It's a swan in the reflection. Tattoos. You could have really cool tattoos. Your tattoo, them having tattoos as well, kind of like natural way. For you, this, wow, you're so tapped in. You're so like, when I tell you my nose is like on fire. And that usually happens when I'm like channeling, and when I'm also like, everything's like making sense to me at least, or making sense to other people. It's just confirmation for me. But wow. I also want to say your spirit guides are just like you. They are wanderers, okay? Not just wanderers about the world and the things around them, but they're wanderers in the sense of they have many incarnations in many different realms, just like you. You've done that as well. And you're doing it as we speak. Female, very, very female oriented here, okay? Very powerful femininity here, which I love. Also, 3 is the Empress card in the tarot. And this is pile 3, so I can't ignore that. The fact that you got 44, and then if you add, 33, and you add 11 to that is 44. And I love that because 33, 11, 44, everything is like boom, 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 very synchronistic for you. But 44 and 33, you might want to look those up because that's going to be significant for you. Or you could be seeing that sequence, quite literally a phone number that's 4433 at the end or something like that. Hummingbird. joyful, so much joy and beauty in the way that your spirit guides are just joyful beings. They're playful, they're joyful, they bring joy, they bring a lot of light and beauty. Your spiritual practice has to revolve around maybe a lot of very powerful feminine deities, is what I'm picking up on. There's a beautiful stillness and power to, what is it? How do I want to phrase this? Something about resilience is significant, and it comes from how much growth you've done. But the growth almost feels like it's happened in a void. It's happened in the wound, if you will. The stillness leads me to that, thinking of like, but now it's time to like energize again. You're getting some spirit guides are coming through that they're trying to like bring more playfulness into your life with that fairy energy I was picking up on. And now the hummingbirds are literally, their hearts are going 1,000,000 miles a second. So it's like they're trying to bring vitality into this. You see how stillness is surrounded by like two playful things, right? I like that. I like that kind of change for you, pile 3. The Magician, you don't say. Look at that, the flower of life being down here. The pattern being made with flowers, by the way. This deck is so beautiful. I freaking love this deck. As above, so below, you know? Spirit, reality. You have all the tools that you need. You really are so, like, you yourself, you probably have had mushrooms everywhere, by the way, have had incarnations where you quite literally are an ascended master yourself. This is really powerful and very beautiful. Take that as it resonates, okay? But wow. The Magician. Look at you growing through cycles, growth. It's a spiral. You could feel sometimes like you're going in circles, like everything's so still. What's happening in this stillness? And they're saying what's happening in this stillness is a lot of unlocking your power, your magic. I like how they're looking up. It's almost like they're looking up at this energy. This also feels like this, just like this energy was manifesting in here, this energy now feels like it's manifesting in this card. Beautiful. You're bringing the ethers into reality. You have to be mindful of how powerful you are because of that. Not in a scary way, be careful of your power and don't use it. It's not like that. It's more of be mindful because you have to be you should be intentional with your magic and your spiritual gifts. That is a key here for you. Especially with the things that are coming in online for you right now. And that is a lot of abundance. A lot of abundance. Again, the divine feminine beautiful energy. Because the 9 of Pentacles in the regular right away tarot is like the baby empress. She's in the garden. She is surrounded, quite literally reaping what she sowed, which is beauty and amazingness that she's had in her life. By the way, in that card, there's a snail on the card. You could be connected to Pile 1 for sure, because Pile 1 was the little snail dude. Hold on a second. I am literally that coming to my brain as a picture. It's crazy. Hold on. I'm gonna have to look for that card now. We're gonna see where it is, and we're gonna see what's around it. Oh my god. Okay, this deck is like all jumbled up. Okay. we're looking, oh, the Empress. Interesting, okay. But we're looking for the 9 of Pentacles. Now my nose literally going itchy again. All right. Let's look. I can't believe I remember that little snail being there. I remember because like, I remember when I discovered it and I was like, that's crazy. Look at it, look at it, oh my God. Okay, sorry, what was around it? Well, I now I don't know what was it before it, but look at that, the Hierophant, strength after that. Okay. Look at this. Look at the little dudes. It's right here. It's right there. There's a little snail. Wow. And a bird. So birds are messengers. Snails are messengers. Literally, there's a shell here too, so part 1 could be significant for you. You're sitting pretty, you're sitting good, you're looking good. You're so deserving of the good things that are coming into your life here. The life that you're birthing into existence with your magic, believe it or not. You might think you're not doing it with magic, but you are. And not to take away from your achievements, that's not it. And I'm not saying your achievements are all only contributed because of, you know, they only exist because of your magic and that's the only contribution that has led you to that. No, but you'll know what I mean when I say the life that you're birthing, that you're like stepping into, feeling like you're brand new again, you're born again, maybe is how you feel, like the rebirth energy. It's beautiful. You're so deserving of it. Don't take that, don't the imposter syndrome, you're getting through it as well, don't worry about that. But there's, yeah, you deserve joy and you deserve goodness and you deserve this. All right, I'm leaving it there because that's your card. Ooh, obsidian. Protection. You were very protected. And it's right here. I have a big thing of it too. If you need to work with that stone, you should. Could be part of one of your tools here. I'm very called to his wand. The one having two, it's like having 2 of these at opposite ends of it. It's really interesting. You might be someone who makes a wand. You're making a wand for yourself. You're someone who makes spiritual tools. And this is where, oh, I burped when I said that, so that's really cool. But 3, that could be where your abundance is. The tools that you use in your everyday practice could be something that you I'm hearing gift to others. And it doesn't mean that you're literally giving it out for free. Some of you can, that's okay. But gift as in you're sharing it. And when you share it, it becomes like part of the collective consciousness more openly. And you're meant to be doing that. And that's literally where abundance is for you, because you're sharing your joy, you're sharing the information that you have, your wisdom. And that's part of your path here. Your spirit guides maybe want you to be doing that. Just like I brought up Ascended Masters with 33. What did they do? They spread what they learned. They didn't just keep it for themselves. No, they wanted other people to learn about it too, hoping it would resonate with them just like it resonated when they were, right, getting into understanding these concepts. They're trying to pass on the wisdom and what I'm seeing now is like by passing on the wisdom, you pass on the joy as well. Your path is very protected is what this is telling me. Very, very protected. All right, let's get into your advice. Oh, that's so cool. All right. Ooh, didn't I say rebirth? Yeah. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. I love that. Birth, if you think about it, the reason why a lot of us don't remember our births is because it's traumatic. It feels like dying. If you think about it, you go from one environment where you're cozy in water. It's not water, but you know what I mean. And then you're being birthed into a dry, like you're having to use your lungs for the first time. That's traumatic as fuck. It could feel like you're dying, like you're a fish out of water. But then you're breathing and you're like, oh, actually I can live here. Okay, cool. I'm not dying. It's a rebirth. That's what that feels like. Wow. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. There's that ascendant master energy again. Aquarius energy. It's very community based, very much for the good of all. Very much, I want everyone to be harmonious together. And you do things for the community. You do it with love. And that's literally where the abundance is again. I want to point to those again because they're having me do so. And abundance is not just monetary for you. It could be literally abundance when in the sense of your health is getting better. This rebirth that you're going through at this time is the flower of life again, by the way. But this rebirth that you're going through at this time is helping you as well feel more comfortable in your own skin, feel more comfortable with who you are as a spiritual being, feel more comfortable with your spiritual purpose. Okay. Fire 27 could be significant. Adds up to 9. I love that. Numbers are significant for you too. 19 adds up to 10, a completion. 10 equals 1, which the magician is here. Again, oof, so powerful, so powerful. Gratitude. Universal love shines through the miracles of all life around you. That's what abundance feels like. That's why I keep looking at this card and we have to look for it. Because this is what this feels like. You live in a state of gratitude. The rebirth is you attuning to the gratitude state of mind. And by doing so, miracles are surrounding you. That's where abundance happens for you. That's where love is. I think it also has to do with you doing things from a place of love. And it's beautiful, which is why you deserve beautiful things to be around you and surround you as well. No shit. The void. Stop. Embrace winter. Great cosmic wound. Great cosmic wound. You are in the womb, my friend. It's time for you to enjoy the process of being in the dark a little bit. It's okay to be in the dark for a little bit. You're about to be birthed again. There's a rebirth happening for you. Again, it might feel like you're a fish out of water for a second, but remember that you can breathe. You have all the tools that you need, all the organs, if you want to look at it like that. Like you have the lungs, right? You're using the lungs for the first time. Well, you're using your spiritual legs, for example, for the first time after this rebirth. You have everything that you need. You have everything that you need. The magician, okay? This point here feels like if I zoom in, this is what I see. Crazy. Crazy. All right. I feel like I'm not done, but I feel done at the same time. It's really interesting. Let's look at the void, shall we? The greatest weaving happens when we find a way to surrender and trust that our life is being knitted for us, right beneath the surface in ways known and unknowable. Now is the time to cultivate faith and allow deep, deep rest. So stillness could be the advice here for you. The stillness, the protection, the allowing, the new beginnings to happen, the void. It's all working, conspiring with you to bring this beauty into your life now. To bring a change, quite literally. And let's check obsidian, and then I think I'll leave you with that, okay? I am shielded from negativity. That feels like the mind as well. Like the negativity within us that sometimes we experience. Especially if we're going through these changes. I want to read about mushrooms. I see the magic. The fact that it is number 32 and your card is, and you have 33 here. Okay, the toadstools, they're here too, which is why I wanted to look at it. I see the magic. You do see it, right? And you know what? You're about to if you don't, because you are the magic. I can't believe all the synchronicities in your reading. And the way that you pulled so much information from like within me and the things that I've seen. I noticed the little snail on this card such a long time ago. Probably it wasn't a reading and I brought it up or something. And the fact that you pulled that information, it was crazy. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You're so powerful. That's what you do. You have so much connectivity to the void, to the unknown. Embrace it is what I'm hearing. Celebrate it. Be joyful in it. All right. Hummingbird, and then maybe we're done. All right. Where is the hummingbird? I saw an eagle today, and I just saw the eagle on here on the book. It reminds me that I have to look that up later. All right. Positive, enthusiastic, spiritually resourceful. That's what you are. You are spiritually resourceful. Okay. When in balance, smart, curious, loves to learn. When out of balance, pushy, insistent, and sharp. To bring into balance, take a class. 161 could be significant as well. Ooh. A lot of you are not taking a class. You're leading the class. Eventually, you're teaching people the things that you know. And it will be well received, pile 3. You need to learn to hear that as well. It will be well received. And it will be received by those who need to receive it, okay? Whew. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. I'm so thankful and so grateful that you trusted me with your energy. I also want to thank your spirit team for letting me read into their energy as well. I feel like your reading was a lot of advice and confirmation of just how powerful and beautiful you are, but you needed that, and that's okay. I'm sorry if I didn't bring a lot of spirit guides through, but I'm sure like maybe the message that they were bringing through is the confirmation for you of like that feeling of, oh wow, they really do see me for who I am and they believe in me. That kind of reassurance, that's really beautiful. Like I said, you have such a unique experience with them and language with them. Thank you again so much. And I'll see you in other readings. You guys have a good one.